The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
At some point, black women's lives have to matter as equal in America.
Hello everyone, it's QueenVLionz back to you with another video. This video is an update to the Ajike AJ Owens story. Before I begin, I would like to extend my continued support and condolences to the Owens family as you continue to grieve the loss of your child, mother, and community member at this time. According to reports, the defendant in this case, Susan Lawrence, convicted of manslaughter for the touching and unaliving of her neighbor, Ajike AJ Owens, in 2023, is now threatening a defamation lawsuit against AJ Owens' children and mother, Pamela Diaz. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. The defendant in this case, who was convicted, Susan Lawrence, of manslaughter of touching and unaliving her neighbor, Ajike AJ Owens, back in 2023, is now threatening a defamation lawsuit against Ajike Owens' children and mother, Pamela Diaz. The report would go on to state that recently filed court records show a 4-page letter from Lawrence planning to countersue after Pamela Diaz, Ajike Owens' mother, filed a wrongful unaliving lawsuit against her. Lawrence claims Ajike Owens' children lied in their depositions and trespassed on her property prior to the incident. Lawrence claims one of the children lied about her allegedly throwing a skate at him. After the altercation, the child told his mother, Ajike Owens, who then knocked on Lawrence's front door to confront her about her allegedly harming her child. Lawrence then fired a single shot through the locked front door, striking and unaliving Ajike Owens as she stood next to her child. She wants to sue for slander, libel, and defamation of character for damages exceeding $50,000. Also named in the letter is Lawrence's former landlord. She claims he did not secure her property correctly. Lawrence is currently serving a 25-year prison sentence. She declined to testify at her trial. A newly released Netflix documentary titled The Perfect Neighbor has reignited public interest. In September of this year, TV20 conducted a one-on-one interview with Lawrence inside the Homestead Correctional Institute, the Florida prison where she is being held. During the interview, Lawrence recounted her version of the confrontation with Owens' children. There were 3 boys, and they were very close to my sidewalk and had their skates around and stuff. I had fallen over a skate, and I said, "Guys, pick up your skates." And they're like, "No." It should be noted that the defendant in this case, Lawrence, admitted to researching Florida's stand your ground law and self-defense both prior to the incident and on the day of her arrest. The affidavit also outlines other questionable behavior. A search warrant of Lawrence's phone showed that she recorded children playing outside on the night of the incident. One case study shows when Stand Your Ground was used as a defense in Florida from 2005 to 2012 found that in 79% of the cases where such claims succeeded, the defendant could have retreated and avoided confrontation, and in 68% of successful claims, the person unalived was unarmed. Under the Stand Your Ground law, which was approved in 2005 and applies in over 30 states, persons fearing for their lives can use deadly force without having to retreat from a confrontation, even when it is possible. Another study shows that of the 43,500 homicides by race in which Stand Your Ground laws and those without them found whites who unalived black people in non-Stand Your Ground states are 250% more likely to be found justified in unaliving a black person than a white person who unalives another white person. In Stand Your Ground states, that number jumps to 354%. Continued support and condolences to the Owens family at this time as you are grieving the loss of your child and mother at this time, grappling with the new reality of loss and navigating this new chapter without your child and mother once again. This monster has the audacity, the automated audacity, having the gall to countersuing a grandmother and children who have lost their child and mother. This is white privilege 101 in real time. This monster can still talk to family and friends. Miss Owens's family and community members can't talk to her. This monster is mad because the system, and now Ajike AJ Owens' mother, Pamela Diaz, is holding her accountable for her actions. She already defamed herself when she allegedly harassed the neighborhood children, calling them racial slurs, calling officers to the residence and filing false reports. So she already put herself in a bad situation already. This monster even admitted to having used the N-word towards these babies out of anger in the past and calling them other insulting names. This SOB even admitted to researching the Stand Your Ground laws and self-defense prior to the tragic incident and on the day of her arrest. As previously reported, the affidavit also outlined other questionable behavior. The search warrant showcased this monster's phone that she recorded children playing on the night of the incident, so her intent was to cause harm. I hope that the family continues with their lawsuit and increases the amount of payout, because this babies will continue to miss out on birthdays, the holiday season, life's moments with their mother, their number one cheerleader, because their quote-unquote neighbor is a monster. She's a Karen who weaponized her actions, and now she's acting as if she's a victim, when in reality, Miss Owens's mother and children are the victims and would like to have access to their child and mother, but are forever denied that access. I'm glad that the family is continuing to advocate for Ajike AJ Owens, as this could have been avoided had the system held this monster accountable for her previous actions prior to this unfortunate tragedy. Even when the evidence is there, somehow society blames black women even when they are the victim, insisting that they contributed to their unaliving and not truly holding the person accountable who did them harm. At some point, we must listen to black women, believe black women, and protect black women before it's too late. I will leave in the comments and description below for Ajike AJ Owens' GoFundMe link. And as always, protect black women, known and unknown. Protect black mothers. Say their names. Say her name. Ajike AJ Owens. Justice for Ajike AJ Owens. Continue to rest in peace, Ajike AJ Owens. And as always, please be safe out here, and I will see you in the next video.